The ideas of philosophers are complex and difficult. Therefore, I will explain it in a straightforward manner. The very first thing that appears in the history of Western philosophy is the philosophy of Thales. The world is made of water. You've probably heard this somewhere. What does it mean? I will focus on the key points and explain simply what we need to understand from this statement made by Thales and his thoughts. Let's take a look at the philosophy of Thales, often referred to as the first philosopher. He said, "The world is made of water." Much of his philosophy is contained in this statement. However, when I was young and read this thought of Thales, I thought this. This is the thought of a person from 2000 years ago. There's nothing remarkable about it. Nowadays, even elementary school students know that everything is made of atoms. So I thought the reason for studying the philosophy of Thales was merely to know the facts of the past. But this was a wrong opinion. Philosophers are still studying the thoughts of Thales because it contains very modern ideas. Let's examine why his thoughts can be considered philosophical and what modern ideas are in them. At the time, the daily thinking of people were like this. So, in response to the question, what is the world made of? They thought in terms like, Zeus fell in love with someone and something was created. In other words, it was mythological worldview. You can see this mythological worldview in all old cultures. In such times, Thales thought about this thinking. That is, he asked, is it appropriate to think that all things come about by the action of God and humans? This is philosophical thinking. Then he concluded that such thinking was not appropriate and thought in a different way. The core of Thales' philosophical thinking was that behind the diverse and changing multitude of things, there is a simple and immutable raw material. So, what is this simple and immutable raw material? Thales answered his own question. It is water, he says. That's why his statement, the world is made of water, becomes the core when explaining Thales' philosophy. However, this is only a small part of Thales' philosophy. Let's understand the more important part. Thales was the first to distinguish between phenomena and essence. Fundamentally, people believe that what they see and hear is factual and true. They don't think beyond that. However, Thales thought there is a phenomenon between humans and the true world. And behind the phenomenon, he believed lies something essential. And he believed this essence to be simple and immutable. In contrast, he thought that phenomena are complex and constantly changing. In summary, the core of Thales' philosophy is distinguishing essence from phenomena, and this is the first point to understand. And the conclusion that the essence behind phenomena is simple and immutable is the second point to understand. To summarize this in one sentence, there is an immutable essence behind the phenomena. So far, this is a simple explanation of Thales' philosophy. The philosophers who followed Thales include the following individuals. Firstly, Anaximander said the world is made of the boundless, called apeiron. Secondly, Anaximenes believed the world is made of air. Thirdly, Pythagoras believed the world is made of numbers. Fourthly, Democritus thought everything is made of atoms. Looking at these details, we can see that their philosophies are modifications to parts of the larger framework of Thales philosophy. However, there is one philosophy that is fundamentally different. Whose philosophy would that be? That's right, it's Pythagoras' philosophy. Nevertheless, overall, they are influenced by the philosophy of Thales, which speaks to the significance of Thales' philosophy. So far, I have explained the philosophy of Thales. Thank you for watching. If it was helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons once. Thank you again.